I don't know if you know this about me, but I have a storage unit. Recently, the site where the storage unit was kept, stored, existed, was shut down, so I had to empty out my storage. I found a huge amount of interesting treasures. Guess what today's topic is? Intro!
I know you're going to dig this. Play the game.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is where you are. So yeah, for the cold open, I mentioned that I had a storage unit, right? Now, the thing about it is, if you do a quick storage, like 6 months or whatever, it doesn't really count much. But I had that storage unit for, geez, 2 years? Like, possibly three. So while I know all the stuff that was in it, like books and all the paperwork and that kind of a thing, the actual immediate inventory was kind of lost on me. Like, I just, like, in my head, I lost the individual pieces. I knew the stuff that was there and all that, so it's really not surprising. But I kind of lost what was individually, specifically there. So, having to empty out my storage, they found, like, lead stuff in the place, so they had to take it all apart. And having to empty out the storage, I found a whole slew of really interesting treasures. So I'm going to share some of those with you today. Yay! All right. Now, everybody keeps pictures. All right. Now, unfortunately, I'm old. I'm old, you newfangled people with your digital stuff. So because of that, I actually have real live paper photos. Don't really have a lot of photos of myself per se. My parents hated me as a child and in general, so photos of me tended to not happen. So if any of you out there are my actual friends and you have photos of me, like sitting on the couch, flipping over, like sleeping or whatever, send them to me, because I don't have very many pictures of myself. But the ones that I do are kind of cool. First off, we have this photo right here. Let's see if you can check that out right there. Yeah. Kind of like a before and after, So yeah. That's me at, I think, like 5 years old. I know what you're thinking. What happened? I know, right? I have no idea. I used to be cute. This is when girls were interested in me, back when I was 5. And I got some reflections here. Let's see if I can... Alright. I'll probably fix that in the editing. But yeah, so there's that, right? So yeah. That was me back in the day. When I was still cute and I had the power to attract women and go, oh, all that shit. Yeah, that's all gone now. We got... I don't know if you know this. I do have brothers and sisters. I have siblings. Well, I don't have brothers. I have siblings. I have 2 younger sisters, actual blood related. And there they go. Alright. Again, this is going to be covered up in the editing, so. But yeah, that's my sister Q, Chris, and Ariel. This picture is circa 94. Actually, wait a minute, let me see here. Yeah, actually, this is September 1994. which was actually my freshman year in college, and that apparently they missed me, or they were like something was wrong, whatever. And they sent me the pictures just to make me feel better. I don't actually remember anymore. Dude, it was 94. Think about that for a minute. 94. That's 94 to 2004. 2004 to 2014. September of 94 was 20 years ago. I went to college in the time that it takes people to be alive. I was let's put it this way. I think Iggy Azalea is like 24 years old. So I was starting high school when Iggy Azalea was born. That's how old I am. Another really quick one from college. My family came to visit me. And zoom that in. So you can see it. There you go. Check it out. So it's me playing with my younger sister Ariel's pigtails. And my cool fedora hat. Yeah! Right? Check that out. So that was actually pretty cool, you know. There's a bunch more pictures in there. Some band stuff. Yeah, I was in... oh, I didn't tell you this. I'm sorry, my bad. I was in the marching band in high school. Since I mentioned high school, so I have a bunch of pictures of that. And my band was... because we had the same instructor, we were like really close with... the choir, so I have a bunch of choir photos as well. I'm not going to show all these pictures right now because that's just like craziness. I have a lot of pictures. Some other interesting stuff, speaking of like music and things of that nature. Those of you who know me personally, right, know that I'm not really a big fan of Christmas. Personal issues, mental problems, I'm just not a really big fan of Christmas. In the traditional sense, you know, the caroling and stuff like that, it's really annoying. There's only like 3, maybe 4 carols in total that I even like. For me, I would just prefer to not have that at all. One of my biggest issues is that I was born 2 days after. So thanks to Christmas, I get gypped for my birthday all the time. Right. I mean, you just went through all the Christmas parties for work, you have all the thing and the stuff. Who wants 2 days later to throw a party for me? You all want to sleep, man. You're on vacation, like, oh yeah, happy birthday, Ronnie. And as a kid, it was even worse, man. As a kid, all right, here's your birthday present. Or do you want it 2 days early for Christmas? Your choice. Well, gee, guess I'll take it 2 days early. Why not? It's a kid. Who wouldn't? Anyway. Side note on that. The point was that I'm not really a big fan of traditional Christmas, so I like to mess with it. Case in point, this item. Don't know if you can see it through the glare. I probably have to edit it. Fix the edit. Alright. This is Tales from the Crypt. Have yourself a scary little Christmas. Alright. Now. Exactly. Basically a demon Christmas. My personal favorite is the first song on the album, Deck the Halls with Parts of Charlie. That's my personal favorite. I'm sorry, that's just awesomeness. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tales from the Crypt, you know, with the Crypt Keeper. No, I'm not going to do the laugh, dude. I'm like that screeching thing, no. I tried doing it once, and I almost got shot. Now, I'm also a really big movie fan, alright? And I found some stuff that is interesting that I actually thought I had lost. Alright, check this out. Wait a minute. So, you're not going to be able to tell with this one, I don't think, but see this right here? This is a freaking Reflections. Alright. See this? Check it out. See it? Alright. This is a photo from the original Blues Brothers movie, 1980s Blues Brothers movie. But most important, the little plaque says, and it has like the little limited edition and a number. But most importantly about this is this piece right here. Alright? This piece right here is an actual piece of the film celluloid from the movie. It's like, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to have this up and have like a backlight right here, so that you can see the pictures through. I can't tell what scene it is, and it's not like it really matters. It's like in the course of a movie, it's like maybe 1/300th of a second of film. But the point is I have some of the original film of the original Blues Brothers movie, people. The original Blues Brothers movie. Can you believe that? All right, but that's not the only one. Sorry. All right. I also have an Animatrix one. All right, and this one kind of cut out the back a little bit, so you can actually see right here. You can actually see right here, right there. There it is, right there. The see, you see my fingers. But you can see right here the film cell. Now I don't know if you know the Animatrix or not. This film strip is from the Final Flight of the Osiris. It's the little clip that happens between part 1 and 2 of the Matrix. Little drop thing that they do that starts off the events of the second Matrix movie. But yeah, so that's pretty cool find, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. So there's that. You know how most kids collect baseball cards, right? I'm not a sports fan. I hate baseball. That's right. I'm un-American. I hate baseball. Do something about it. Anyway. So what I did find, though, is what I did collect as a child, which is, I'm a big fan of comics. And it turns out that the same company that makes baseball cards made comics cards. Fleer Ultra. Okay. So I have the 1994 Fleer. I did this cover myself. The 1994 Fleer. I'm trying to limit the reflection so you guys can actually see this. Fleer Ultra comic card set in its entirety. I have all of it. All right, check it out. So, all right, I'm not sure if you can see any of these. I'm trying to do it this side so you can like not. All right, so see these cards? That's what I'm saying. All right, so do this, that. All right, I'm just showing some random sets of cards here. And the cool things about this is like you would have like the image in the front. So let me switch this back over, right? So you would have like the image in the front, say like this guy right here. So this is Sunfire. Alright, so like this is Sunfire, right? And then in the back, like your typical baseball card, you would have information right there. You know, like little information snippet on there. You know, so yeah. I mean, you gotta check this out. All right. Awesome, right? Yeah. '94. All right, '94. All right, I was collecting these. Lost my collection. Went and found another collection. Found the individual cards because it was like half completed, and then I went and completed all of it. I mean, I even have the specialty cards in here. Limited edition sets, like the mashup sets that they have. Special team set. So you have, what is this? Like the blue and gold X-Men teams. My personal favorite, the Fatal Attractions foils cards. See that? Now, 1994. I was collecting these cards. All right. And pretty much cemented my role in life as a nerd or what is no, well, yeah, no, at the time I was a nerd because I didn't have social skills at all either. So I was definitely not what a geek now, because geek is someone who has the nerd tendencies and all the nerd stuff, but has a cover of social skills, so you can actually interact and deal with people in a semi relatable way, right? So yeah, I was a hardcore nerd back then. All right. So consequently, all through high school, could never get a girl because I was doing shit like this. By the way, this is actually one of the cards in the set. Okay, this is the part of the crossover section of the series, which is Fatal Attractions, my personal favorite saga in the X-Men series. And this was the art. There we go. This was the art for it, dude. This awesomeness, man. I just love this design. It's freaking epic, and love it. Love it. So you see, all right. For the people who are not in the know, okay, my favorite X-Men villain, Magneto. All right, showing off his power. Back here is the space station that he had for a little while, and then you have Wolverine, Professor X, and Cyclops. All right, in there. So there's that. All right, me collecting stuff like that. The reason why I never had a girlfriend the entirety of my high school career, and for the bulk of my college career too. All right. Now, speaking of high school, the else I found was kind of depressing. My high school yearbook. Yeah, 1994. Lawrence High Lancers, blue and white. Yeah. The cool thing about this is it actually has some signatures in it. So it wasn't. I mean, I was a nice guy. I wasn't like an asshole. I just really didn't know how to interact with people. So, you know, but I had friends. I had friends. I think, right? So I had some signatures there. All right. So, but since I kept to myself and I was someone who didn't really play around with people much, I don't show up in this thing at all. Well, like, you know how they have like the random pictures of people and stuff like that. I don't show up in any of this at all. Although, to be honest, I really think that the people who show up in these random pictures are the yearbook staff. So if high school kids, if you're watching this now, get on the yearbook, make yourself more popular, so that later on in life, when you're looking back, like I'm looking back on this right now, oh look, there's a picture of me. Oh look, there's my friend. Da da da. Like that kind of a thing. And I'm gonna completely embarrass myself right now by showing you something. That I probably should not show you. So yeah, that happened. I keep losing the spot where the camera is. It's like really tiny aperture. So next item on the list. This thing. Alright. Now, what you're wondering is, what is this thing? What could this possibly be? This, for those of you who actually know, is a CD wallet. Ta-da! Alright. With a whole bunch of CDs. Now, over here I have ones that I've made. There's like 8 of them that I had made. Let's see, we got Billy Joel's favorites. This is Guitar Rock 2007. Think about this for a minute. This is 2007. I made the CD 7 years ago. I'm trying to wonder what's on it. I'm gonna have to check that out. All right, but this is yeah, that's right. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's how old I am. I have physical CDs. Okay, not iTunes. This is what we listen to music on before iTunes, before MP3s. Okay, I actually remember when MP3s came out. Okay, they sucked ass. All right, but I got classic, classic '90s music. Ace of Base. I saw the sign. And it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Still that back in there. The Spanish music. I got the Beach Boys. No, I'm not gonna go through this entire CD. I just want to bring up some interesting points here. We got some Boyz II Men. I don't know if you can see see this at all through all the freaking reflections. I have Eric Clapton Unplugged CD. This CD is what allowed me to survive college. All right. I'm no offense to anybody out there for what I'm about to say. All right, but when I was in college, well, it was when Dave Matthews Band first came out. They first made it big. All right, and I'm sorry. The band was awesome. Dave Matthews singing did not work for me. It pissed me off. Unfortunately, in my dorm, it was everywhere. Dude, I could not get away from Dave Matthews to save my soul. And it was like, dude, there has to be some better guitar music than this. Now, when, at the time, 20 years ago, at the time, I had no idea who Eric Clapton was. Like, oh my god, there's a guitar guy, and I've heard the name, like, he's good with blues or whatever. Let me buy his album and check it out. Got unplugged, sat down, listened to it, completely fell in love with Clapton. You know, reintroduced myself to the blues scene and stuff like that through Eric Clapton, and then went through, like, Robert Johnson and a bunch of other people. But it was just, like, some crazy stuff. And whenever my friends started blasting, or my dorm mates started blasting Dave Matthews Band and grooving or trying to sing, trying, and I mean trying to play it on their guitars, got my Walkman, put the headphones on, and just chill to Clapton, man. I would have probably murdered people if it wasn't for that CD. Let's see here. An unholy number of Gloria Estefan CDs, including the one that she made, Into the Light, which has that song Coming Out of the Dark, where she wrote that song after her vehicle accident, her bus accident, when no one thought she was going to walk again. And then she walked on stage to perform it live. She couldn't dance, obviously, but she was able to, like, she had, like, went to, like, months of therapy to get out of that, and she walked up on stage. It was so awesome. It was such a moving thing for me, because she's one of my favorite artists. It kind of sucks that she doesn't do concerts anymore, because I can't go see her in concert. But she's one of my favorite artists, and it was so moving to, because I was there, like, I heard about the accident, I saw the thing. This is before social media, so it was all on news reports. Saw the things of what happened, like her in the accident, photos of, like, her being in the hospital with the injuries and stuff like that, and it was heartbreaking, you know. And then you would hear about her every once in a while over the next months and stuff like that. Her working out, you know, doing all that type of stuff. And then she comes out on stage after all that trauma, after all that crap that she went through. She was able to regain her ability to walk, and she comes out on stage. Man, she got, like, a standing ovation. I was just like, that, it was a really moving experience. So I have the CD that she did with a lot of the songs that came out of that time for her. Wow. This one is awesome. That's right, people. MC Hammer! Can't touch this. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Can't touch this. Michael Jackson's Thriller. You know this. Some Queen CDs. including A Kind of Magic, the unofficial soundtrack to the Highlander movie. It's the one that has Princess of the Universe, One Vision, and obviously the song It's a Kind of Magic. And then one of the most heartbreaking songs ever, Who Wants to Live Forever. Who wants to live forever? I have a Lionel Richie CD. Tears for Fears, some Tito Puente. Latin drummer, phenomenal. I think he passed away. If you don't know him, check him out. And the pride, the absolute pride of my collection, the Macarena. You hear that sound right now? You hear that sound right now? That's everybody watching this video doing the face palm. Like, Macarena? Let's see, what else do I got in here? Now, I'm a Batman fan. Love Batman. Alright? Love Batman. The original motion score, 1989, Danny Elfman. Batman. With the theme that in my heart and soul replaced that god-awful 1970s Batman theme. Jeez. Ugh. Terribleness. After I'm done this video, I'm actually going to be listening to these. I have Jurassic Park, The Lion King. I have the original I have a CD for the original Ghostbusters soundtrack. Desperado. The Little Mermaid. Hey, my younger sister was named after that movie, okay? After Ariel. Okay? So, shut up. I like the soundtrack. I got the Mambo Kings, man. Yeah. Y'all people aren't gonna know any of this stuff, I know. I forgot I had this one. Remember that song? For all of you old folks out there, you remember that song? I should play a clip of that music right now. Kato, Liu Kang, Raiden, Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. Oh. Here's another one that's it's actually pretty cool. The original Mission Impossible soundtrack. Bum dum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum. I have the Pulp Fiction soundtrack, and music from the romantic comedy When Harry Met Sally. But that CD, and I think there's a couple other CDs that are in here too. That CD, fell. Okay, that CD for the 8th time. That CD was appealing because it had Harry Connick Jr. in it, and I was into big band at the time because I was playing that kind of music in high school. So it's like a lot of big band vocals and stuff, big band music with vocals and stuff like that. It was really awesome, which is why I have that. A particular item that I found that I actually thought I had lost was my good buddy, Punxsutawney Phil. There he is. It's Groundhog Day! No, it's not. All right, this is somebody. This is a groundhog given to me by someone that I fell in love with when I met her in college. Still in love with today. We're really, really good friends. Nothing ever happened. In case you were wondering, nothing ever happened. But yeah. from Titani Film. Every once in a while, just sitting there with the thing right there. So it's a little TY beanbag doll. This one is from 2008. Do the math. How many years? I thought I had lost it. Turned out it was in storage. I went looking for this thing, okay, and it was in storage this whole time. Wow. Now, as you've been seeing through all of this, I'm someone who's kind of musically inclined, and you also may have seen pictures of me on my Facebook page or stuff like that where I was in the band. So guess what else I had in storage? My trombone. The actual trombone that I played all through high school and in college for a couple years. I was in the jazz band. I actually have an interesting story about that. When I was in college, we got a gig to play the Winter Carnival. Jazz band got to play Winter Carnival. So I did a couple songs. I had a nice solo. It was so cool. I really wish I had some kind of video or something from that because it was so epic, man. It was because you saw the photo, right? The photo of me with the fedora. See if we can get that up close there. All right. So there's like me with the fedora and all that. So I had the fedora, like the black outfit and and all that stuff. Actually, no. It was the fedora, a white outfit, like a white shirt, black pants, playing the trombone. It was freaking epic, dude. Like, looked so freaking cool. But the interesting story was at the time, like, Pulp Fiction was really big, including that Dusty Springfield song, "Son of a Preacher Man." And it was funny, like this one group came on after us. I think there were like 2 or 3 acts after us in the concert, and it was just so awesome because I had never seen an audience turn that fast. What happened was they started playing the song, and people wasn't kind of into it, whatever, and she was singing along. I thought she was doing well, she was performing really well, but the audience wasn't feeling it. All of a sudden, like the first chorus comes in, and it's like da 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 da. Son of a preacher man, and all of a sudden the audience flipped. I think what happened was they didn't quite recognize what the song was, and as soon as she got into the chorus and actually got to the point, like the hook of the song, it was just like amazing, like total flip. They're like, yeah. By the end, they were cheering her on. Like she got like standing ovation and stuff. College kids, they're excitable. We all know this. So yeah, trombone. So since I know you're dying to hear this, I'm going to record myself playing the only thing I remember from back in the day. I would have to use my sheet music for it, but this is the only thing that I remember from playing from back in the day, which is the intro to the 1970s version of the Superman theme song. All right. Cover your ears now. Oh, and I'm going to mess this up because I've lost all my breathing patterns and everything, so bear with me. Da, 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 da. That's why I would need trumpets to kind of fill the rest of it. So there you go. It still works. I should probably get it cleaned up. I mean, you can probably see like specks and like messed up with the varnish and the finishing and all that. But it still works. It still plays. So yeah. Full video proof. Me being I'm an actual band geek. So yeah, some interesting treasures. And that's not even like the big stuff. That's just like really like kind of quirky stuff. I found like tons of video games. Super Nintendo version of the Ninja Gaiden trilogy. A fully functional working version of The Legend of Zelda. Gold cartridge. A bunch of like computer games that I hadn't even opened, like sealed version, sealed version of the movies, the PC game, City of Villains, sealed. Well, I had opened the tape, but everything else was still sealed. Sealed version of that game, The Missing, stuff like that. Myst. Well, Myst was not sealed, but like Myst, I had Myst 1, 2, 3, and 5. I don't know why I didn't get 4. I should have. It'd been a whole complete set, but yeah. So yeah. I'll be doing another video really soon, actually on the video games portion of it, which is why I didn't cover it now, because it's just like cool stuff. It's like, I'm gonna be doing like 2 or 3 videos on that. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you can still hear after my lovely trombone thingy. Excuse me. Yeah. So, hope you have a lovely day.